Abira, make her drink.
I can't drink.
It will make you strong.
I am strong. I am stronger.
Abira, speak to her.
Latifah, please.
Abira,
Falaki is correct. You must drink.
we are here because the men in our land do not give us a voice. They do not allow us to speak for ourselves, decide for ourselves, think for ourselves. So we run. You, my sisters, convince me to run for my freedom. But here, I cannot even decide if I want to drink your drink. I don't want it.
You are sick. It is to make you stronger.
It's tea, Abira, and it will do nothing to make me stronger unless Falaki has sprinkled some Western potion on it with magical powers.
I have travelled 3,000 miles to come for you, Latifah. If it is beyond you to show appreciation, at least do not mock me.
I didn't ask you to come.
You asked me to come. I said I'll come, and I am here. There is a war out there, and if I am caught in this uniform, I will be shot.
It's not my war. It's not our war.
It is our war. They made it our war. If not, why do we fight over a cup of tea?
I do not fight her. I will not fight her.
But you will force me to drink your tea.
You don't have to drink the tea. Problem solved. Latifah is sick, and you take the medicine. How does that solve the problem?
Clearly, the tea is not the issue.
Clearly not.
Clearly not.
Falaki, speak your mind. Speak your mind, Falaki.
Latifah is sick. She will not drink, and there is no food. She is getting weaker. How do we cross the mountains? How do we avoid the Western invaders? Speak nothing of our own fighters. When she cannot walk, who will carry her? You? You know what will happen to us if we are caught because she won't drink tea.
She will drink. I will make her drink. We should not be fighting.
I am not the one that's fighting. She is.
She already sounds like a Westerner.
Who you are risking our lives to become.
I am not going.
What?
Oh, you can't go back. What will you do?
Falaki! You are right, Abira. She cannot go back. She refuses to come with us. She cannot stay here. Let's end her suffering.
Is this what freedom has taught you? Is this what I will become? I've had enough of guns and killing. To be shot at with an American automatic pistol instead of a Russian Kalashnikov is not my idea of a better life.
I am not leaving her here. She comes or she dies.
Latifah,
You want me to go with her? How can I trust her? You were my friend, we were sisters. And now because I will not drink your drink, you're willing to shoot me. You have become a real American.
what will become of you if you go back? What will become of your family if you do not go on? There is nothing for us back home. That's why we've come this far. We agreed. Our mothers and our sisters agreed. We risk our lives not just for ourselves, but for our loved ones. The education we seek is not for our benefit. It is to teach our children. The money we earn is not for us to destroy ourselves in demonic Western debauchery. It is so our families will have enough for food, to ensure their survival. This journey is not for you or for love. It is for my children and your children. So when Valaki's contact from the agency arrives, he must see that we are united and that he will have no problem with us.
You are worried about me. Worry about your friend. For fear of upsetting her infidel friend, she is willing to shoot me. In truth, I am not surprised 'twas ever thus. How is it so easy for you? Yes, we decided it's what is best, but we are leaving behind our religion, our family, our history, our culture, our loved ones, for whatever the West decides to turn us into. Does that not frighten you, Abira? It frightens me.
We are all fearful, Latifa. Even Falaki. What is it? Shh! Your contact?
Too early.
Put out the light.
They've already seen the light. They know we are here.
It could be your contact.
Let's go.
We should wait to see.
Quickly, we had a set time. We will not be early.
Look out to see if it is him!
I can't!
Why not?
I don't know what he looks like.
Nice place.
Shut up.
Something missing?
Someone's been here.
Women. More than one. When it's American.
Really? I guess you can tell what star sign she is as well.
Are we safe?
Yeah, we're safe for now there. You know, dozens of good men will get caught in crossfire. Yours too. It's impossible to see who you're shooting at.
Then perhaps you should not be shooting.
But you think I want to be here? This is not exactly top of my favourite places to visit.
Yet you flew 4,500 miles just to be here.
And I don't want to be here.
I feel free to leave. But cut me loose before you go, huh?
I'm not going anywhere. We're holding up here tonight. I'm rejoining my regiment and you as my prisoner.
You should have left me out there in the bush.
Mate, you were unconscious. We're not all cold-hearted. I couldn't just leave you out there to die.
Such a big heart. You can't leave me out there to die, but you can hand me over to your colleagues to be tortured.
The Allied forces do not participate in any form of torture.
Your word. Your word. Your word said you will not intervene in wars outside your own borders unless there was a clear and present danger. Your word said you do not participate in rendition. Your word said you will not have soldiers on the ground. Yet here you are. So forgive me if I don't trust your word.
That's not me. That's how politicians you sanctimonious get. I can march you back out there, but I guarantee you'll be dead by the morning.
Please do.
If you're that keen to die, why don't I just do it for you right here, right now?
I'm not afraid to die, Gaman. See, if I were, I will not be a soldier.
The only reason why you aren't afraid to die is because you don't respect life. Not my life, not your people's life, your women or children, not even your own life.
Keep on believing all the crap they feed you on Fox News, Gaman. That you are savage, that you are extremist, that you are beyond our reason and compromise. You only believe that because it justifies your crusades. It legitimizes your invasion, colonization, and annexation of our lands, assets, and resources. Yet we are barbaric because we say enough is enough and want to fight to keep what is ours.
And millions risk their lives to get to the West every year. I don't see boats heading the other way. You hate the West, you hate our way of life and our freedom, but you'll happily give your right arm just to get there. You're all hypocrites to get off or dominate your subjects. We at least offer them the freedom to do as they please, to make their own choices.
What choices? To work 2 or 3 jobs? To have a room 12 feet by 12 feet? Is that really the best you can offer, Gaman?
A man in a palace with everything at his disposal, but not allowed to leave, is still in prison. We were born to be free, to make our own choices, to be rich, poor, educated or ignorant. It's not oil or diamonds we fight for, it's choice. It's freedom of choice.
And what price do we pay for that choice?
It's not the point. People want freedom at any price.
And to whom do we pay that price? It's easy for you to bomb our land, destroy our infrastructure, raise our nation to the ground, annihilate our economy, so there are no jobs, no means of income, and point to the ones that want to live, to get an education and resources to make their lives better for themselves and their children.
That's my point.
But what do they then do? They then return home to rebuild the country that you have destroyed.
The Saudis and Emiratis' homelands are not destroyed.
And they are not the ones flooding to get to the west. Can you not see it, Gamon?
What's your name?
Jamal.
Yeah, well, mine's Spade. So use it! Okay?
You talk of freedom, but you keep my hands tight, and you settle all our differences with the threat of your big gun.
Yeah, I guess you'd feel more at home if I had a suicide vest on then.
You've never been hungry, have you, Gamon? Never been left with no access to food or water, with your children screaming. And I say access to because there is food and water. At least we would be if it wasn't for the huge boot of an oppressive nation crushing your jugular, not allowing you to breathe, let alone eat or drink. Is that freedom, Gamon? Your freedom only works because you have the bigger gun. But people like you can't understand why a boy of 16 will go up against a tank with all his stones as weapon. He doesn't care about your lifestyle, Gamon. He doesn't care that you drink alcohol, eat pork, and watch porn. That's not the freedom he craves. All he wants is that you get that huge boot off his throat.
Mate, you are conquered people. You know, sometimes you just have to accept history.
Sometimes you just have to change it.
Yeah, that we cannot allow. That's why we're here. You're still bitching the Richard the Lionheart beat Sultan Saladin. Now I'm sorry, but that does not give you the right to blow up my trains and cause terror in my country. That's why you feel my boot on your throat. I'm just trying to protect what's mine.
What's yours? What's yours is built on what you stole from me. Built on what you stole from my ancestors.
So you think blowing up concert halls and buildings and trains will make up for it? You people are more stupid than you look. Sorry, that was out of line.
Yeah, I've been called worse.
I was trying to apologize.
I was trying to make a joke.
What am I doing here? What are we doing here?
We are both soldiers, fighting wars, for governments that neither know nor care, whether we live or die.
I've got nothing against you, Jamal. You see, I've got no problem using your name. You are conquered people, subjugated by a superior nation, a nation that is good to you, a nation that allows you to trade, grow your economy, and feed your people. But you insist on poking us in the eye. How long do you think we could tolerate this for? I don't hate you. Feel nothing for you. Maybe I feel pity. Maybe you're operating outside the rule of international law. You people have no respect for me, Western values, or the rule of law. You hate me. You won't even use my name. You're a terrorist. I fight to maintain the rule of law. I am a soldier. We're not the same.
You people,
What?
who are you people?
What?
You said you people. Who are the you people you're talking about?
Mate, you're splitting hairs. I'm a soldier, not a politician. To me, you're all the same. The enemy. You kill me first opportunity you get. I see you as one. The enemy. And you see me the same way, but you know what? It's okay, I get it. But that is why I'm leaving you tied up.
Yet you drag me out of the woods. Why? Why not leave me out there? Why not, Gamon? We are such evil people. Why save my life? Why not leave me out there to die? You know, I would have left you. Or killed you. So why did you save me? You make no sense, Gamon. Your values make no sense. Your government makes no sense. So save me tonight, but tie my hands so that you can kill me tomorrow, and you call that international law? You call that the justice of the superior race?
And because it makes no sense to you. You want to blow up my trains, bring down my planes, and make innocent children orphans!
Our children have no value! You bomb our land. You destroy our cities, our economies, our lives! And we are supposed to lay down and take it? Why? Just so you can poke a finger in the eye of the Russians. You're pawns, come on. Only thing is, I know it.
Oh, you spout all this talk of brotherly love and love of your land. Your whole way of life, everything you believe in is built on hate. You despise our way of life, and you want to ram your religion down our throats, but you risk your lives every day just so you can become part of our way of life. Mate, you don't want to integrate. You want to dominate. We won't be dominated, mate. We're British. We'll never surrender. Not till the last of you. You, till every one of you is dead.
Yet, my religion is barbaric.
I'm not talking about your religion. I'm talking about your politics.
I thought you were not talking about politics.
Religion and politics is all the same. It's Sharia law. Follow it or die. Mate, we're fighting to liberate the ones living in fear of their own people willing to kill them for not believing in the same thing as them. Mate, that's barbaric. And you won't stop until you fill the whole world with your poison.
And you won't stop until you fill the old world with yours. You don't know or care to understand who I am or what I believe in. But at least I believe in something, come on. What do you believe in?
In freedom and democracy. Choice. The choice to believe or not to believe. The choice to protest or not to protest, and the choice to demonstrate or not to demonstrate. And that is it. Freedom of choice, that's what I believe in.
Admirable, admirable. Yet countries that choose not to believe in the same things, you seek to destroy, divide, and distress, until they accept the freedom to live in your pockets and live their lives in accordance to the will of the Western nations, that want us to be free, to choose to allow you to control our natural resources. Free, not to choose who will partner and trade with. Free, to be indebted to the West, that we cannot even feed our families, even though our country is rich with oil and minerals. I'm happy that you don't hate me. If you did, I would be in trouble.
You're right. Tonight or in the morning makes no difference. Let's just end this right now.
Easy, soldier. Sit!
Sit! Sit.
Who are you?
What the hell are you doing here?
You shouldn't be here. Who's he?
My prisoner. Why are you here?
got separated from my unit. The rag tops are between us and them. I'm just holding up there until the morning, and then I'll get back to them.
Rag tops? Yet you wear the hijab. You think adopting the slurs and wearing the uniform will endear you to them? They will chew you up and spit you out, just as you have done to—
Shut up!
Are you alone?
Yes.
Should we try that again?
With or without a gun pointing in my face.
You first. We're on the same side, remember?
She doesn't trust you, Gamon. You're on the same side yet. She can't trust you.
Shut up.
Why don't you trust him? You fight for his flag, you betray your country, and you kill your own people for him. Yet you don't trust him.
Shut up, or I'll shoot you myself!
Who's with you?
I'm alone.
Latifa, no! Is it him? You're trying to keep her outside.
Latifa?
No!
Wait! You're out of control, soldier. I had the situation contained. Now you're going to bring down at least 100 militia and maybe 30 allied soldiers to our position.
Contained, this was not my fault.
You drew your weapon and fired.
You fired first.
I didn't want it getting out of hand.
So what are you complaining about?
You revealed our position. We're
You
compromised.
fired first.
Why the hell did you pull your gun?
You raised yours.
You burst in. He got up. I thought I was under attack. What are you doing here anyway? This place is supposed to be deserted.
I told you there were women in here. You didn't listen.
Are you expecting someone?
You said the shots could attract company. I just want to be prepared in case it's the wrong kind.
What were you doing outside? What are you doing here? What were you doing outside?
The last man who grabbed my arm is buried in a shallow grave, unmarked.
When our boys come, they're going to want to know what's happened here. In this crazy war, it can mean a court-martial for killing a prisoner, even one that's already dying. Now, I am not doing time for this. I need to know I can trust you. You can't. Why don't I just kill him right now? Your word against mine.
Wait, you can trust us. You can trust all of us.
Don't speak, Latifa.
I want
Shut up! While you're at it, shut her up too.
This isn't nothing.
Good. Keep it that way. I need to think. I can't think in all this noise.
Not ideal for a soldier to think in all this noise.
You're really pushing for another bullet. Next one's between the eyes.
Stop it, all of you! This talk just insets the situation. Makes us aggressive and escalates the risk of more death. If 5 of us cannot survive here one night without killing one another, then what chance have we got out there? What chance have they got out there? You think you have control? You haven't got control. You think that gun gives you control? It doesn't. It just makes the situation worse. You're very short-sighted. Your planes and your bombs, they give you the illusion of victory, but it's just the shallow victory of a bully in a schoolyard. The one who can inflict the most pain gets what they want. So we bury our dead, and we lick our wounds, and you sharpen your swords as you've done for thousands of years, to use in battle against us, to oppress us. And now we sharpen our swords to inflict pain upon you, for that is what you have taught us, soldier. The one who can inflict the most pain has the most power.
No. The one that's democracy is the one that has control. We have no interest in controlling your country or your people. We're here fighting for your freedom. We're fighting for all of your freedom.
What freedom? To parade around the street naked and not save the revelations of my body from my husband. To get drunk and behave in a manner that I cannot recall, or I am too ashamed to recall. To disrespect my leaders, to dishonor my culture, to forget my traditions.
The freedom to be treated as an equal. The freedom to choose your own career path, and then educate yourself for that so you can achieve that without fear of imprisonment. Or worse, having some nutcase round up all his cousins and want to shoot you for it. How about the right to the husband of your choice? Or wife? The right to vote out a government that won't allow you your choices. That is what I'm here risking my life for, and you're so brainwashed you can't even see it.
And I thought it was about natural resources.
Mate, you roll out the same old lines every single time. We have oil and we have gas. Our governments and economies are the strongest in the world. We already have more than we can eat. Why would we risk dying for more?
Right, there's somewhere we need to be. Let's go.
Well, who will care for Jamal?
He's Spade's prisoner. Spade can take care of him.
That's what I worry about.
You are Falaki's prisoner. And I am his. I will not advise you to leave with her. Once outside, she will dispose of you, as she chose it with no witnesses. You will be safer here, until you are liberated in the morning.
Agreed. We go.
Stay.
What did you say?
I would stay, but I must go.
No,
You do it for greed.
I cannot let you live.
We walked in. We're going to walk out. Freedom of choice, right?
Who are these people to you? Who the hell are you?
Your leaders stood in the streets of Benghazi and said how proud they were to be in a free Libya. Look how they supported the freedom fighters to hunt down Gaddafi and murder him in the streets like a dog.
We go.
His own people murdered him.
Do you not read, Latifa?
She's right.
Wait, how can she read? Your government says women should not be educated.
No, the Libyans, they danced in the street. That was not staged. They had been granted freedom.
That's not true.
We're going before someone says something I regret. Abira, let's go.
I can't let you go. Not till I figure out who you are and what you're doing with these women.
West praised Gaddafi, said how he had transformed Libya, turned it into a thriving economy, an example to all Africa.
Not another word. We are close. Let them fight for their interpretation of freedom, but let them not define ours.
That's the freedom and democracy you fight for, Gamal. The freedom to do exactly as you demand. We are no different. You will not let them go because it does not serve your needs, and I will not let them go because it does not serve mine. She's right. The West had no issue with Gaddafi's dictator when he was in his corner breeding wealth in Tripoli. But once he dared to threaten the wealth of your politicians, by suggesting that all African nations should come together and use the gold dinar to underpin their economies, and not be subservient to the US dollar. He became a marked man. He had to be eliminated. It is greed. The same with Hussein. And the lies will continue until you have it all. And so will the wars, because we too have greed, and we too will fight. What was the famous quote from the Secretary of State? We came, we saw, he died.
No. We need order and we need structure. A chain of command or there will be chaos. We are keeping the world from chaos.
As are we.
Yeah, so we.
We just restrain chaos and preserve order in different ways. And we should be able to decide as individuals, not as communities or cultures or countries.
You're AWOL, aren't you?
It's not what you think.
You're trafficking.
Tifa, no.
I'm not trafficking.
No.
Go.
What will you say?
Go before I change my mind.
Latifa.
Go. I will stay. Your world is no different from mine. So why would I change it? It is not my location that needs to change. It is my vision, and the vision of my people. How can I change the vision of my people if I'm not living amongst them?
We had a pact, a deal. We are not going without you.
No, I must care for Jamal. He is my mother's cousin's child, my brother. It is my duty to care for him. I choose to care for him.
This is all very, very touching, but the window of opportunity is closing.
Oh, I know you love me and I know you want what is best. We are friends. We are sisters.
Time's up.
Go. I love you. Go.
I have no idea what the hell just happened there. How I explain this to my regiment in the morning, I don't know. There's a lot to be said for military discipline in the chain of command. You just don't have to stop and think, you just carry out the orders given to you by your superiors. I guess I just never stopped to think and look. Let her go. Let her go. Get up. Get up! Look at me. Two dead bodies on my watch. And why did he attack you? Why did he attack you? Stay with me. Bravo, Oscar 1. Bravo, Oscar 1. This is Charlie 2. Come in, over. Amber, sir. Amber, I have 2 packages. Repeat, I have 2 packages, over. Copy that, over.
Stay put. You will retrieve 2. Over.
Stay put. So you don't want me to retrieve the others, over?
Negative. Stay put. Bird in the hand. Stay put. I'm coming in. Copy. Over.
Copy that, out. Just stay with me, just don't file me.
Two packages. 2, you said?
So I thought that...
Yes! And if I made a decision every time a soldier had a thought, do you know how many dead bodies there would be rotting out there?
So he was out there?
Yes! Yes! Along with 3,000 others. What do you do, man? Close your eyes and say, "Ip, dip, sky blue." The man we want is an undercover agent. The clue's in the word undercover. Not some peasant farmer turned militia, wandering lost in the forest with no idea how to find the business end of his weapon. This is a mess. A total mess.
Sir, we have the girl...
Did I ask you to speak? Did I ask you anything?
So I'm just saying...
He didn't ask you to speak.
I don't know anything.
Speak, Latifa.
At this time in my life, I should be a 5-star general or a senator or a prime minister somewhere. But I'm nothing more than a cleaner. I travel the world for my country with my mop and bucket, cleaning up everyone else's mess. You know what? Someone's got to do it, eh, James?
Sir.
And like every good citizen, I'm just happy to serve my country. Now, let's see what you've caught in that net of yours, shall we? Well, it's a small fry. It's definitely not big fish, but they'll certainly know where the big fish are. And as I've come all this way, it would be a shame to go home with nothing.
You cannot be serious.
Sit still, shut up.
Now, the girl is good. I wonder where the others are, but she will soon tell us.
I'll not sign up for this.
The peasant farmer has anything else to tell us. Oh, Spade, what are you going to do? Shoot him?
If he touches me again.
And then what? Are you going to shoot me?
If you don't put those toys away, I might have to.
And then what? Spade? Kill everyone up the chain of command? There are not enough bullets in that small gun of yours for that.
Please, I really don't know any.
Shh. If you don't have the stomach for the fight, you shouldn't put on the uniform. Oh, you're no different. You snowflakes want to live in freedom, but you're not prepared to do what it takes to preserve that freedom, to secure that freedom.
This isn't right.
Freedom, Gabon. Freedom and democracy.
How many bullets, Spade? Why don't you go for a walk, get some air, and I'll clean up the mess.
It's all the same, sir. I think I'll stay here.
It's not all the same. Do not mistake my polite tone for something that it is not. I gave you an order. Get some air.
I'm sorry. I'm following orders.
As I am, you're more alike than you think.
You don't have to.
And if you happen to come across any of my missing packages, it would save us all a lot of trouble.
So they could be anywhere by now.
There is a full-scale battle north of here, not 5 clicks. So, it is safe to assume they did not go north. The town, it's south. So, unless they've decided to go home, we can rule out south. That leaves east or west. I don't know. Ooh, there's an airfield east. Run along. So, surprise. Look what it's come down to. I always knew we'd meet, but I never imagined it would be, well, here, in such rustic surroundings. But no matter, I am just grateful that they didn't present me with your dead body. Although, by the time I'm finished, I'm really not sure that you will be.
I really don't know who you think I am, but I'm a Safraz. I don't know any Safraz.
His name is Jamal. I have known him all my life. He's not the man that you were looking for, I swear it.
Oh! You swear it? Oh, that's it then. Should we all go home? Oh, should I cut you loose? And then just walk away? I can't do that. You see, if I did that, who would clean up the mess? That's the difference between you and us. Freedom and democracy. You don't have someone in your society to do this. So the mess, it collects on your streets. It's fouling your footpaths. Gets on the bottom of your shoes and you carry it around your entire community. Into your houses, into your schools, into your restaurants, until you're covered with this stuff. And why? Because you don't have someone like me doing the job that no one wants to. The cleaner.
You said yourself. You said it to Spade. I'm not the one you're looking for.
Oh. Let's see then, shall we?
Look, I don't know anything. I won't be able to tell you anything. It doesn't matter what you do to me if I don't know anything. What am I supposed to say?
Well, your resolve, well, it seems to be quite formidable. But let's see how strong you are when you're watching a childhood friend suffer.
This is illegal! This is illegal! It's against national laws! Laws that you codified!
Please, Jamal, don't let him do this to me, please.
I don't know what you want. Who do you think I am?
I have no trouble with these people. I do not love them. I do not hate them. They are merely obstacles to be removed from the path so I can do my job. And my job is to do as I'm asked, as I am ordered. Freedom and democracy is to abide and obey the chain of commands. Without it, we're beaten. Without it, we are lost. We are a superior race, and we will do whatever it takes to survive.
You need to get to the exfil, sir.
Spade?
No trouble.
Clean.
On mission.
You are too sentimental.
The other packages.
Now, I don't see this ending anywhere near any way other than badly for you. And if you try and remove this blindfold, Jones over there, he'll blow your brains out. Simply a case, my friend, of the wrong place at the wrong time. In Charlotte, as they say in Islam.
In Arabic, Inshallah is a word in a language. Islam is a religion.
Oh, and to you I thought they were one and the same.
How can you be so against something you don't understand? Don't want to understand. Don't try to understand.
My friend, I understand you only too well. You want the power to control your own destiny. And if that's not bad enough, you want the power to control mine. Do you know what? I'm not going to let that happen. The world really isn't big enough for the both of us.
Oh, if that is true, then we are destined to be forever at war.
Sir, the exfil?
Oh, all in good time, Jones. All in good time. A good soldier never leaves a mess behind. And this, well, it's a mess.
You're going to kill us.
I'm just tidying up. I'm taking pride in my work.
We've done nothing wrong. Take us prisoner. This is murder. This is a war crime.
It's not a war crime when he's the one making the rules. Nothing you can say will move him.
You understand the rules of engagement.
I understand this, but this isn't the rules of engagement. You make me sick. If you're a soldier, shoot us or take us prisoner. But this is not war. Look at you with your weapon of torture. This is not liberation.
And You want to spread Islam around the whole world.
As you were in the days of the Crusades, until you lost your faith.
Oh, this was never about faith. My friend, it's about politics and power.
For us, it's about faith.
And you believe that faith is worth fighting and dying for.
Don't you?
The only thing worth dying for is power.
Is power worth dying for?
Oh, it's worth killing for.
This is why we cannot coexist.
And this is why we'll never let you win.
Have you ever tried to see the world through my eyes?
Are 2 billion people not worthy of consideration? I just want to worship in peace. That is why England split and the oppressed went on a pilgrimage to America.
Oh, how can you be so naive?
It was never about religion for them, Latifa. Maybe it's the first few, but for the others that followed, it was about gold and wealth and power.
And Sharia law isn't.
At last the truth. Religion. Oh, it's not a means to an end. I'd argue that it's an end in itself.
All I want is to worship Allah in peace. That's my end game. When you have all the oil and gold in the world, then what?
And when you've turned the whole world into a black flag-waving caliphate, then what?
I swear, I'm not surprised. There is nothing I can tell you. There is nothing she can tell you. Please, don't do this.
Oh, shh. You may or may not be surprised, but I know who she is.
She's no one, please.
Where are your friends?
Boyfriends?
The part of the smuggling ring. We've had you under surveillance for some time. And we know you're moving merchandise tonight and soon. And tonight, I intend to gather enough information to close the whole operation down. And you, my lovely. I'm going to get that information. And the only thing you need to worry about is a choice. Because when I'm done, you can decide whether or not we're going to walk out of here, or be carried out of here in a bag.
Please, Jamal just tell them what they want to know, please.